Hello friends, welcome to the BPSC Junction. Today we will start with chapter number 5, that is Major Domains of the Earth. As you have read in the the first chapter, the Earth is the only planet which has life. Human beings can live here because the life sustaining element of land, water, air are present on the Earth. The surface of the Earth is a complex zone in which three main components of the environment meet, overlap, and interact. The solid portion of the Earth on the which we live is called the lithosphere. The gaseous layer that surrounds the Earth is the atmosphere, where the oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, and other gases are found. Water covers a very big area on the Earth's surface, and this area is called hydrosphere. The hydrosphere comprises water in all its form, that is ice, water, and water vapor. The biosphere is the narrow zone where we find land, water, air together, which contains all forms of life. Word origin. In the Greek word language, lithos means stone, atmos means vapor, hudor means water, and bios means life. Lithosphere. The solid portion of the earth is called the lithosphere. It comprises rocks of the earth crust and the thin layer of the soil and that contain nutrients element which sustain organisms. There are two main divisions of the Earth's surface. The large land masses are known as the continents, and the huge water bodies are called ocean basins. All the oceans of the world are connected with one another. Look at the map of the world. Are all the land masses connected with one another? The level of sea water remains the same everywhere. Elevation of land is measured from the level of sea, which is taken as a zero. The highest mountain peak, that is Mount Everest, is 8848 meters above the sea level. The greatest depth of 11,022 meters is recorded at Marina Trench in the Pacific Ocean. Could you imagine? The depth of sea is much more than the highest point. Edmund Hillary, New Zealand, and Tenji, Norway. Sherpa, India, were the first men to climb the highest mountain peak, Mount Everest, on the planet on Earth. 29 May 1953. Junko Tawai, Japan, was the first woman to reach the summit on 16th May 1975, the first Indian woman to climb the highest peak on 23rd May 1984 as a Bachendri Pal. There are 7 major continents. These are separated by large water bodies. These continents are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, Antarctica. Look at the map of the world and notice that the greater part of the land mass lies in the northern hemisphere. Asia is the largest continent. It covers about 1/3 of the total land area of the earth. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. Tropic of Cancer passes through the continent. Asia is separated from the Europe by Ural Mountains on the west. The combined land masses of Europe and Asia is called Eurasia, Europe plus Asia. Europe is much smaller than Asia. The continent lies to the west of Asia. The Arctic Circle passes through it. It is bounded by water bodies on 3 sides. Look at the map of the world and locate it. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. The equator at 0° latitude runs almost through the middle of the continent. A large part of Africa lies in the northern hemisphere. Look at the figure 5.1. You will find that it is the only continent through which Tropic of Cancer, equator, and Tropic of Capricorn pass. The Sahara Desert, the world's largest hot desert, is located in Africa. The continent is bounded on all sides by oceans and sea. Look at the world map. You will notice that the world's longest river, the Nile, flows through Africa. Notice where the equator, the Tropic of Cancer, the Tropic of Capricorn pass in the map of Africa. North America is the third largest continent of the world. It is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land called the Isthmus of Panama. The continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. 3 oceans surround this continent. Can you name these oceans? South America lies mostly in the southern hemisphere, which two oceans surround it on the east and west. The Andes, the world's longest mountain range, runs through its length from north to south. South America has world's largest river, that is Amazon. Australia is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. It is surrounded on all sides by oceans and seas. It is called the island continent. Antarctica, completely in the southern hemisphere, is a huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of this continent as it is located in the South Polar region. It is permanently covered with the thick ice sheets. There are no permanent human settlements. Many countries have research stations in Antarctica. India also has research stations. These are named as Maitri and Bharati. Hydrosphere. The Earth is called the blue planet. More than 71% of the Earth is covered with water and 29% of is with land. Hydrosphere consists of water in all its form, as running water in ocean and river and lakes, ice in glacier, underground water, and the water vapor in atmosphere all comprises the hydrosphere. More than 97% of the Earth's water is found in the ocean and is too salty for the human use. A large proportion of the rest of the water is in the form of ice sheet and glacier or under the ground, and very small percentage is available as a fresh water for humans. Human use. Hence, despite of being a blue planet, we face a shortage of water. Oceans are the major part of hydrosphere. They are all are interconnected. Ocean waters are always moving. The three chief movement of ocean waters are waves, tides, and the ocean currents. The five major oceans are the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean in order of their size. Pacific is the largest ocean. It is spread over one third of the Earth. Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the Earth, lies in the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in the shape. Asia, Australia, North and South America surround it. Look at the map and find out the location of the continent around the Pacific Ocean. Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. It is S-shaped. It is flanked by North and South America on the western side and the Europe and Africa on the eastern side. The coastline of Atlantic Ocean is highly indented, and the irregular and indented coastline provide the ideal location for natural harbors and ports. From the point of the view of commerce, it is busiest ocean. Indian Ocean is the only ocean named after the country, that is India. The shape of the ocean is almost triangular. In the north it is bounded by Asia, and the west by Africa, and in the east by Australia. The Southern Ocean encircles the continent of Antarctica and extends northward to 60 degrees south latitude. Arctic Ocean is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds at the North Pole. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by a narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait. It is bound by northern coast of North America or Eurasia. Atmosphere. The Earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere. The thin blanket of air is an integral and important aspect of planet. It provides us with the air we breathe and protect us from the harmful effect of sun rays. The atmosphere extends up to height about 1,600 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on composition, temperature and other properties. These layers starting from the Earth's surface are called troposphere, stratosphere, the mesosphere, the thermosphere and the exosphere. Atmosphere is composed mainly of nitrogen, oxygen, which makes up 99% of the clean dry air, nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, and other gases like carbon dioxide, argon and other comprise of 1% by volume. Oxygen is the breath of life, while nitrogen helps in the growth of living organisms. Carbon dioxide, through present in minute amount, is important as it absorbs heat radiated by the earth, thereby keeping the planet warm. It is also essential for the growth of planet. The density of atmosphere varies with height. It is maximum at the sea level and decreases rapidly as we go up. The climbers experience problem in breathing due to this decrease in density of air. They have to carry with them oxygen cylinders to be able to breathe at high altitude. The temperature also decreases as we go upwards. The atmosphere exerts pressures on the earth. This varies from place to place. Some areas experience high pressure and some areas low pressure. Air moves from high pressure to low pressure. Moving air is known as wind. Biosphere, the domain of life. Biosphere is the narrow zone of contact between land, water, and air. It is this zone that life that is unique to the planet exists. There are several species of organisms that vary in size from microbes and bacteria to huge mammals. All the living organisms, including mammals, are linked to each other and to the biosphere for survival. The organisms in the biosphere may broadly be divided into plant kingdom and animal kingdom. The three domains of Earth interact with each other and affect each other in some way or the other. For example, cutting of forest for fulfilling our needs of wood or clearing land for agriculture may lead to fast removal of soil from slopes. Similarly, Earth's surface may be changed due to natural calamities like earthquake. For example, there would be submergence of land as happened in the case of tsunami recently in parts of Andaman and Nicobar Island were submerged underwater. Discharge of waste material into lakes and rivers makes the water unsuitable for human use. It also damages other forms of life. Emissions from industries, thermal power plants, and vehicles pollute the air. Carbon dioxide is an important constituent of air, but increase in the amount of CO2 leads to increase the global temperature. This is termed as global warming. There is thus a need to limit the use of resources of Earth to maintain the balance of nature between the domains of lithosphere, atmosphere, and the hydrosphere.